So today is a 5K?
4 mile, feels like a 5K. First thing I did is I called my mom. I asked her, what do you think about if I sign up for this? And she goes, if you're willing to commit to this, go for it, but I'm not sure. And she didn't say that like in a negative way, she just meant it as, you just randomly looked this up, you've never mentioned this before, where's the interest all of a sudden?
Do you want to talk about some of them for a little bit?
Yeah, I don't mind. The first run I did was 4 miles, hated all of it. Turns out I was also not wearing the right shoes. Did not know that at the time. And I thought like, you know, that was a 4 mile run. That was not easy. How am I gonna do 22 more of these? And, you know, give myself maybe 2 weeks of continuing with that plan just to try to commit to something. Eventually I was kind of getting more used to the run and I'm like, I think I could do this. I don't know how fast I'll be able to go, but the more I try, you never know. Turns out it's been 8 years, that's still been my fastest marathon. And I don't know how I'm gonna beat that anymore because I don't think I've ever trained as well as I did for that first marathon. And I couldn't walk for a week afterwards. Great feeling. For me, at least, having that goal motivates me a lot more. And it was something about the medal that really like drew me in, where I'm like, that's an achievement. You know, like I've played soccer, you win the conference, the league, the tournament, you're gonna get a medal and a trophy. I don't have no reason to get a medal and a trophy anymore. But running, yeah, you're gonna get a medal after every marathon, half marathon, most 10Ks. Yeah, they're shiny, I want one. As long as you're doing laundry often enough that you have like a clean shirt and shorts, you're good. Socks, you can wear any sock. They make fancier socks if you want. I personally don't care for those. And then yeah, the shoes, all you have to do is, depending on which shoe you buy, you need to replace it every roughly 300 to 500 miles. Depends how often you wear it, what shoe it is based off its cushion, because once the support is gone, that's where you're gonna start getting injured. But yeah, other than that, and then you're good. And then for me personally, I like wearing headbands, especially when it's warmer out, because obviously of how much sweat it collects. Two, for some reason, they sometimes feel a little bit tighter on my head. And I don't know why, that puts me in a zone that like makes me feel like I'm putting on my uniform and I'm getting ready. Over time, you figure it out. Like at first it was like, oh, I'm never gonna find time. And eventually you're like, there's bigger pockets in the day than you realize. And it's just in the middle of it, you're like, it's a lot of running. During the week, maybe 3 runs that are like 40 to 45 minutes each. On the weekend, it's like a 2.5 hour run there. But you know, you do all the math and you're like, it's 7 hours of running. And you break it down, you're like, compared to 168 hours in a week, it's not that much. It's not even 5% of the week, or it's give or take 5% of the week. The type of thing where like, if you need to take a day off because you're too busy, it doesn't hurt. I've had that. I've had days where I wake up, come home from work, and I go, not feeling it today. Nothing wrong with that. I would recommend tracking your runs. I think it's just a good way to, one, see how your training is going. But for me, I love looking back on it too, to be like, this is where I was and this is where I am now. When you see how far you've come, like how much you've improved, you're like, no, this is working. And again, it also helps like with the goal. If you want to achieve something in a particular way, I mean, you're gonna need the data.
Roni, could you drop back a tiny bit?
At least during practice runs, a lot of it is mental in your own head. You know, it's a full marathon. I'm not like, if I'm at mile 18, I don't think there's like 8 miles to go. I'm like, let's just get to mile 19. And then from there, let's get to mile 20. The joke is sometimes that people say is like, oh, it's bad because you're stuck with your own thoughts. Which, you know, could be funny on its own. But for me, like, something about it's just like very calming and relaxing because I don't need to focus on anything else. Like all the problems I'm having during the day, in life, whatever it is, for that hour that I'm running, I don't have to think about it. And something about that is really calming to me, and that's, you know, why I enjoy it.
Yeah, all right, you're good. That looked great, that looked great. Nice.
I mean, one thing I also enjoy about it is I do like to see what I am physically capable of.
Roni!
I still don't believe I've reached what could be my athletic peak.
Good job, Roni! Yeah, I gotta keep walking, right?
And I put some of that on myself. You know, maybe I don't have the best eating habits, or I can work a little bit harder at the running here and there, do some strength training in the gym. The idea of being, what can I do? What am I still able to do, and what can I continue to achieve? Like, again, I got all of that, and there's still a lot more on the way, probably.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to discover more hobbies, and visit notjustahobby.com to learn more.